kept you waiting, huh?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the latest updates surrounding Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. There's a bit to unpack, so let's jump right in. First, let's talk about the development status. First up, it seems Konami is keeping us on edge of our seats regarding the release date. Producers Noriaki Okamura and Yuji Korakado were asked in a recent Famitsu interview where they think the game will launch. While they kept quiet on the specifics, Okamura did share that the game is playable from start to finish. He mentioned, and I quote, "That's a pretty difficult question, but the game is actually already playable to the end and we don't expect it to take many years to complete. They're focused on polishing everything to ensure fans won't be disappointed." Now let's talk tech. Metal Gear Solid Delta will take advantage of the PS5 Pro's AI-driven upscaling technology known as PSSR. Korakado explained that this tech will enhance the game's iconic jungle terrain, making the trees and the vegetation more vivid while delivering a smoother gameplay with an experience with better frame rates. Here's why things get really exciting. The game is completely remade from scratch. This means that all characters and facial animations are being recreated using facial capture technology, so expect some stunning visuals, as they've actually announced that they've actually enhanced the game features and overall innovations. So not exactly everything is an exact port from the PS2. Another feature is introduction to two gameplay styles, Legacy Style and Modern Style. Legacy Style will maintain the AI from the original MGS3, while Modern Style will feature a different AI. And guess what? Apparently you won't be able to switch between them mid-game, unfortunately. Korakado also confirmed that almost all Easter eggs, which is a slight bit worrying in that statement which says almost, and the gimmicks from the original MGS3 will return, so nostalgia lovers, you might be able to rejoice, but the idea of the phrase almost can seem a little bit worrying, because Easter eggs like Guy Savage the Nightmare sequence in Grozny Grad prison might not be available, but I guess we won't truly know until we play the game and save it in the prison and reboot the game. Because as we know, all these features are absolutely essential to Metal Gear Solid that really adds to that unique flavour of it, like the time paradox with Ocelot, including the Sorrow's corpse, even when the end dies of old age, all the quirky features we can get up to wearing Rykov's mask and...
What are you doing?
Even some of the features with Johnny as well, running to the bathroom and reading the code underneath his photograph. There's so many much more things that we're going to be expecting, and I'm sure you guys can write them down in the comment section down below for what you're looking forward to. Up next, it was discussed about future remakes, and as if that wasn't enough, the producers hinted at future remakes for the Metal Gear MSX games for MGS1, and however, they emphasised that these remakes will take a different approach compared to MGS Delta. It sounds like they are aware of the legacy and are committed to doing it justice, although there is some problems here. As if the MXX games were taken into consideration, they'd have to keep into account how well the current remakes will do in the future to attract a wider audience to get those people brought in to want to play the MSX games to begin with. We can't forget those games came out in the 80s and during the 90s, so it would be hard to try and gather a new audience towards it without putting some kind of new controls and cinematics that would make it more appealing for its time. It's no doubt it would be a great concept to bring these visions back to life, although it would be difficult without Kojima, but they've got the blueprints right there for them to make it happen. I'm sure they'd have to get some new VAs for a lot of the characters in the game, and I'm sure they could always rehire David Hayter in the future if these plans were going to be put into motion. It's kind of exciting news, and it's promising for us Metal Gear fans. I'm not saying that it's a high possibility, and given on the fact that Konami want to play it safe to see how well the remake of Metal Gear Solid Delta does first, there is a possibility. Could you just imagine David Hayter playing as a young Solid Snake, and perhaps even the likes of Kiefer Sutherland returning to take up his role as playing Big Boss or Venom Snake in Outer Heaven? To reference some of the official words from this interview, when asked about the possibility of new Metal Gear remakes appearing in the future, Okamura said that if the developers were to remake the original Metal Gear Solid or the first two Metal Gear titles as an example, the same mindset of keeping faithful to the original use of Metal Gear Solid Delta would not work. He noted that they would need to create many new elements from the ground up. Because of this, developers don't know if they can properly continue the Metal Gear series or how far they'll be able to take it. However, Okamura added that the developers would like to wait until people get the chance to play MGS Delta and offer their feedback before moving forward with the Metal Gear series. So maybe let's try and give them a little bit of encouragement and see what maybe they might come up with, guys. With the number of staff members that worked on the original Metal Gear series growing thinner, the developers would like to create a way to preserve the Metal Gear series for the next 10 to 50 years. Korakado said that if every Metal Gear title is available on the PC, the chance of people continuing to play and discover this series in the next 10 to 20 years is high. That is the part of their goal involving preserving the series. And in that latest production hotline broadcast for the Metal Gear series, the developers confirmed that MGS Delta is currently playable from beginning to end. While they couldn't confirm the release date, they reassured players that the game won't take years to come out. In the latest Famitsu interview, developers reiterated the news. So with all that important information said, it looks like we've completed our mission. Thank you guys for tuning in, and feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment sections for what you think where this series may be heading. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn that notification bell on for more content. I'm the VoiceBox, and remember, the only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission. See you soon, guys.